Seahawks. He undefeated, and I'm undefeated. It's the Giants' road to the Super Bowl. Let's see how your boy do. I'm in the mix of eating right now.
It's the young, incredible one. It's the unforgettable.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford.
These things, oh boy. Man.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This is taken at his 4. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
At the 46-yard line.
Watch tight end, tight right. I'll go special.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 down at the 31. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, 0-0-0. Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Third and long. It's Wilson escaping the pressure right.
Oh, nice.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Come on, bro. Please don't say him. Come on, man. Let's play the game. Vega? What's Vega? I've never heard of that.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get it.
Come on, bro, God. What you doing, bro?
By the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and so how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
That don't bother me, though.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now Jones. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to.
Oh, my God, I did the wrong play.
And he'll be out of bounds.
Oh, man. I could have sworn I was thinking a different play, man.
Staring at a 3rd and long here.
That's my fault. I did the wrong play. Fuck, man. I did the wrong play.
Here's Jones operating from the gun. He knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed
wrong
all week
play,
in practice,
yo.
getting ready for this one.
On second
Take the big
down.
shot
Wow.
right out of the gate. At worst,
Crazy.
you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up,
Oh, well.
and have them back on their heels.
And out of
Back to the
bounds. This will
drawing board.
depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
Did the wrong fucking play, bro. That's crazy, bro. Let's go, brother. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Go! Kill! Check 52! Slam! Jumper! Left pass! Go!
Here's Wilson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing Jones.
What the hell?
And that'll be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the
I'm not
timing
sure what
was a
happened
little
either.
off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Yeah, I gotta do better
Great
than that.
defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Plays out.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jones going to throw again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Hey, zoom. Check. Go.
Don't worry, I ain't gonna motion snap.
Now Jones throwing it on 1st down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. 30 base. 2 draw Corker. Ready?
Jones now on 1st down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Hey, Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Back to throw. Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
8 read. Protein spill. Check, 43. Check. Lucky. Snap.
On third down, Marshall. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board first here tonight. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Excuse me.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Here's Wilson to throw. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Hey. Hey, watch the slant.
From just shy of midfield, Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Let's go, D. Mike 5-4.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones.
Good sack.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away.
You wouldn't have had that sack.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they... And that's caught inside 35.
He pushed them and everything. Come on, y'all. This game is trash, bro.
49 yards.
You see the push.
A first down carry for Barkley. And that play went nowhere.
They got to give these guys something. They
It'll be
can't
back
hurt
at the
these
36. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He'll let this go for the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mecole Hardman, his fourth touchdown on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here's Marshall. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4.
That was the wrong button.
The end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm glad, man.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Marshall, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I feel like I got 3 timeouts, so I feel like I'm going to make them turn it over.
Up to 4 now at 10-6.
I feel like I can do that right now.
That drive took them inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold them to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Wilson will get this out to Barkley complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. from the shotgun. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, my God. He didn't even go on a route. What is going on in this game? Let me just go past, man. This game is vlogging. He didn't even go out on his route.
Which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position. Because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We got 3.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd
61. Matchbox light. Bang, bang.
Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
How you make
and he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
All right, I can't do that formation no more.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, 0-0-0.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's get it. Cut, 280. Nice 50, nice 50. Not today, you are. Not today.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something. And look at this, it's a fake.
He dropped it.
Incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt, it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On first down, it's Marshall. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
30 base. Pilot, 64. Wait.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. On the
No.
Seahawks 23-yard line.
Switch. Hit it.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one.
Right there, caught it, dropped it.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, Mike 50. Yo, go. Check. Mike 50.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. That one caught by Gibson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Tampa twice.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage. You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Sounds about right.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. It's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket.
And the pressure gets to him again. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
To throw is Wilson. Throwing on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Okay, well, I needed that. Get up on your feet.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
Watch the boot. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Hey.
Jones now. Throwing on 1st down. Looking for his receiver. Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Good shit, bro.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. However, we do have a foul. Let's check in with our referee.
My fucking God!
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
That shit just pissed me off.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you're talking about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Get it.
To throw again. Jones. He's got a man. That's Marshall.
That's crazy. My wide receivers fell. And I wanted to pass it to him, so I dumped it off to the right.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Roses to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Roses on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
40-yard penalty.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
You see what this game allows you to do?
And he comes back with one complete.
He's
going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
All the way on the other side of the field. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw again is Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Cover 2-2 back-to-back.
The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down.
Come on, man. Every time it's me, though, nobody say
I just
shit,
realized for about the
man.
last 4 or
Everybody
5
else,
plays,
man.
I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm
corny,
going to get
bro.
back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all
As
this
soon as I do it,
extra
though, they
paper?
start
I mean,
crying.
this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's
Nigga
going
just
on here?
motion
Just
snap,
like that
he did cover
incomplete
two
pass, I'm going to
back-to-back.
try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Let that be me, though.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Cheating, putting niggas
They
when
get
ain't supposed to
17
be.
on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Look, he motion
Now
snapped, bro.
Wilson.
Just did it
He's going to
again.
be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Charles, this one not over,
That's a
certainly, but
suspension for
you
you.
set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Only me.
To try again after the sack. Wilson.
What the fuck is wrong with this game?
Incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth
I'm
quarter.
holding
to
trying.
take some
I'm
chances, but
on
I
him.
don't
He just
know
walked
that
right.
was the
Like,
type
come
of a
on,
chance you
bro.
want to
This
take.
shit is
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
No.
The
Can't
Seahawks
answer
on
for you
third
today.
down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That's incomplete, but there
Gosh,
is a
cheating,
flag
man.
down. So hang on. A big
Breaking the
call
rules.
coming on 3rd down.
As soon as I break the rules, I get 2 and 3, 4 game suspensions, though. It's crazy. Niggas homies out here. That's all.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
31's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let
Watch
you
this
play.
pick.
31.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson.
Hell.
He's going to go up to the end zone.
Needed that.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Myers on for the field goal. A 43-yard
Myers' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So with that field goal, this one's
As soon as
now
I break
back
a rule,
within a
and if
field
I'm
goal.
winning,
Maybe not the
what these
ultimate
guys
result
do
they
is
wanted,
they
but gets them that
quit.
much closer.
This
And then
game
they
is
contact the
unfolding
commissioner
like
and
a
I get
really good
suspended,
book,
shit
isn't
like
it?
that.
Because
That's why I
I
be
feel like there's a
pointing
few more plot twists
When they
yet
break
to
the
be
rules.
revealed before this one is over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
It really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's Jones on
Look at
first
this
down.
shit. This nigga fell, bro.
Forced out to his left.
Oh, my
Now
God,
he'll
I'm trying to
turn
die.
deep
What is
back to
going
the other
on with
side
this
of the field.
game?
And a flag comes
I'm
in
trying
as
to
that one falls
slide.
incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was passed
I'm
around the
on
scrimmage
5
when he
yards
threw
down the
it.
field.
And
They
as
still
they
have my
say,
things up.
that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the
Game
line
is
before
bugging.
throwing the ball downfield.
I was trying to slide. I'm not even run around and throw it around, nigga.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's second and
I saw that
long.
shit. That nigga fell. Everybody falling today.
Hey! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Defense!
From the gun, Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Jones on 1st and 10.
Oh, my
God! Get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up on the front room. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I don't know what I'm looking at.
Critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Alert, alert, alert.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And he'll go down at the 28.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Green 80! Hey, 0, 0, 0. I'll go special! I'll go special! Hey, 0, 0, 0. Hey, chip motion, man, 4 down, 4 down. Get hands on motion, man. Zebra, zebra. Hey, hey. Check 24. Hey, alert, 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 alert. 66, pull it, half. Green 80.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game.
Here we go.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll go to Barkley again.
He's clearly breaking the rules.
A nice little juke. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third.
Even. 4 down. Even. Heel up. 25. 19. Check safety.
Third down, and they're going to try the jet sweep. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Here we go.
A 5-yard pickup. It's now 4th down.
Do. 40.
Might win, but you're going to get suspended, hopefully. The rules only enforced on me.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Myers able to knock it through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Let's get this off James.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I got one.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves.
Now he didn't break
at
the motion
home
snap rules.
next
Oh,
week.
this game, these niggas is ass, bro.
That'll do it for us. I'm
Man,
Brandon
I'm
Gaudin,
done. I'm
alongside
fucking done
Charles
with
David.
this league, bro. These niggas be